Hi, my name is Kristen and I'm a registered physiotherapist. This exercise is a body mapping exercise for the muscles around the shoulder blade. The shoulder blade is a triangular shaped bone that attaches to the shoulder and forms the socket in the ball and socket joint of the shoulder. It also attaches to the collarbone that runs across the front of your chest. You can see from the back that triangular shaped bone, this long side sitting next to your spine. The muscles that are deep to the shoulder blade are the rotator cuff that attaches and supports the shoulder joint. But there are a lot of muscles that are attaching the shoulder blade to the rest of the body. Muscles that are between the neck, the mid-back thoracic spine, and the rib cage. Oftentimes when there's pain or protective postures, we end up in a holding tension pattern where there's more tension than necessary around the area, and stretching doesn't seem to be helpful or alleviate that tension. That holding tension may be driven by a default mode that is actually coming from the brain. With body mapping exercises, we try to reconnect to that body part, and we make small, smooth, and controlled movements. And it's also very important to stay within your comfortable range. It's also important to do a little bit of a comparison of the before, how things feel before, and the after, so your brain can learn between the contrast and reset that default mode. You can do this exercise in sitting, but I do recommend trying it in lying so that everything else can relax and you can really focus on the movements and what's going on in your body. To compare it first, let's have you lie down or in sitting again. And just notice your body against the surface you are resting on. Notice the points of contact of your body against that surface. How the head is placed and the curve of the neck. How the shoulders are placed and how the arms feel. And maybe even noticing in and around your back. Just make a mental note of how that feels. You can also try a neck turn, letting your head go from one side to the other side, staying within your comfortable range, and just notice the quality of that movement. Maybe if there's any tension there, and maybe noticing how far you can move. To begin the exercise, I'm going to turn to lying on my side. And it would be good to have something to support your head. I'm just going to use a yoga block here. Letting your arm rest. We'll be doing small, smooth, controlled movements and taking a little micro rest or pause between each movement. Making sure that you continue to breathe. It doesn't matter if you breathe in or out, but I'll cue some breathing just so you don't forget. Take a breath in and just let your shoulder shrug towards your ear. And take a breath out, let it come back to where it was resting from, where it started from. Try that again. Breathe in, shrug your shoulder towards your ear. Keep that movement in your comfortable zone and try to make it smooth and controlled. And as you breathe out, let it slide back down. One more time. Breathing in to shrug up, finding your range that you're comfortable with, and breathing out to shrug down, trying to make it smooth and controlled. Let's go in the opposite direction, reaching downwards. Breathe in, shrug your shoulder down, reaching your fingertips downward towards your heels. And then breathe out, letting it come back up to where it started from. Breathing in to shrug down, finding that movement that is a comfortable range for you, and breathing out, letting it come back up, trying to make it smooth and controlled. One more time. Now we'll try doing a little bit forward and back. Breathing in, let your shoulder roll forward, let your shoulder blade come with it. And breathing out, returning back to that starting position, taking a little micro pause, and then moving forward again, breathing in, finding your comfortable range, slow and smooth, and breathing out. One more time. Breathing in, coming forward. And breathing out, rolling back. Let's go in the backward direction now. Breathing in, rolling the shoulder back. Feeling your shoulder blade maybe tuck a little bit closer towards your spine. And breathing out, letting it roll back forward, back to its resting position. Micro pause. Breathing in, rolling the shoulder back, staying within your comfortable range. And breathing out, letting it come back and forward, back to its resting position. Breathing in to roll back, feeling the shoulder blade slide towards the spine. And breathing out, coming back to that resting neutral position. Pause there and take a few breaths. Now we're going to add in a little bit of extra movement with the arm and the hand. Breathe in, roll the shoulder forward and let the arm kind of come forward and let your palm turn. So the back of your palm turns down and the palm turns up. Breathe out, rolling it back to that neutral position with your arm by your side. Breathe in, rolling the shoulder forward, back of your hand turns down, palm faces the ceiling if you're able. And then coming back towards that neutral position. Make this movement within your comfortable range, breathing in, rolling forward. And breathing out, rolling back. Let's go in the opposite direction. Breathing in, letting your shoulder blades slide back, and this time turn your palm upward, opening up the arm. And then breathing out, rolling back towards that neutral position. Little pause. Another breath as you roll back, palm up. And breathing out, letting it roll back towards its neutral position. Again, staying in your comfortable range, moving slow and smoothly. Breathing in, rolling back. And breathing out, coming back to our neutral position. Pause here for a moment. Now what we'll do is combine some of those movements forward and back with up and down. So if you think about north, south, east, and west, we're going to explore the northeast, northwest, southeast, southwest. Breathe in, roll your shoulder forward and up, letting the palm turn if that feels okay for you. And then breathe out, rolling it back towards the neutral position. Let's try that one more time. Breathe in, shrug your shoulder forward and up. And breathe out, come back towards that neutral position, trying to make that slow and smooth and controlled. Let's go backward now. Breathe in, shrug your shoulder up and back. And then coming back to that neutral position. Breathe in, shrugging your shoulder up and back. And coming back to that neutral position, moving slowly, staying within your comfortable range and just noticing what you feel as you go through that range. Let's go to the south end now. Breathe in, roll forward and down. Breathe out, come back to neutral. Moving slowly and smoothly, exploring that movement. Breathe in, move forward and down. And breathe out, coming back to that neutral position. Let's go backward and down now. Breathe in, roll the shoulder back and reach down. Breathe out, come back towards the center. Micro pause, little rest. Breathe in, roll back and down. And breathe out, roll back towards the center. You can stop here if you like, or you can come with me for another phase of combining some of these movements. Let's work through some diagonals. And again, small, smooth, controlled movements within your comfort zone and just exploring how things feel. Breathe in, roll your shoulder forward and up. Breathe out, roll your shoulder back and down, reaching on that back diagonal. Breathe in, roll your shoulder forward and up. Breathe out, roll your shoulder back and down. When I say shoulder, I also mean the shoulder blade. They follow each other. Last time. Breathe in, roll forward and up. Breathe out, roll back and down. Coming back towards that resting position. Take a little pause. And if you're able to, let's go on to the other diagonal. Breathe in, roll forward and down. Breathe out, roll back and up. Breathe in, forward and down, drawing a diagonal. And breathe out, back and up. Last time. Breathe in, roll forward and down, turn the palm if that feels natural for you. And breathe out, roll back and up. Come back to resting. Taking a little pause. You can stop here if you wish, or our final phase of this exercise is to do a circle where we go through all, I believe it's 8 sides, front, back, top, bottom, and all 4 diagonals in between. So let's, breathing in, shrug back and up, and then shrug back, down and back, all the way down, forward and down, forward, up and forward. Try to make a nice smooth movement with this shoulder roll, and you can allow the hand to follow, letting the palm turn if it feels natural for you. Breathing in on half that circle and breathing out on the other half that circle. Finish one more circle and then switch directions, going in the opposite direction. Letting the palm turn, thinking about that triangular shaped shoulder blade, moving forward and down and back, making the movement smooth, controlled, and within your comfort zone. Complete that circle, and then rest. Let's take a moment to just compare the right and left sides. Going back to your comparison before, if you were lying on your back, noticing the resting position of the shoulder you just worked compared to the shoulder that didn't do the exercise. Noticing your points of contact. Does anything feel a bit different, changed, or more relaxed? Noticing a head turn from side to side. Is the quality of the movement different? Or are you able to go any farther? Now let's complete the exercise on the other side. You can change sides. I'm going to bring myself to the other end of the mat. Resting in that comfortable position, find a calm breath. And again, we start with just exploring the movement, exploring your comfort zone. And using calm breathing. Breathing in, let your shoulder shrug up. And breathe out, bringing it back down to its resting neutral space. Breathing in to shrug up. Imagine the shoulder blades sliding upward. And breathe out, slide down. Imagine it returning back to neutral. One more time, move slowly and sense what you feel. Stay within your comfort zone. Try to make that movement smooth. Going in the opposite direction now. Breathe in, shrug down. Feel the shoulder blades slide downward away from your neck. Breathe out, let it rise back up to its resting neutral space. Breathe in to shrug down. And breathe out, letting it come back up. Staying within your comfort zone, smooth, slow, controlled. One more time, shrugging down. And then coming back to neutral. Now going into our forward and back movements. Breathe in, let the shoulder come forward. Feeling that shoulder blade lengthen away from the spine. And breathe out, go back towards its neutral position. Breathe in, letting the shoulder roll forward. Feel the shoulder blade lengthen away from the spine. And breathe out, back to neutral. Smooth and controlled. Last time, breathe in, roll the shoulder forward. And breathe out, roll the shoulder back. Let's go backward now. Breathe in, bring your shoulder back. Feel the shoulder blade slide closer towards your spine. And breathe out, come back to neutral. Moving smoothly and slowly. Breathing in, roll the shoulder back, staying within your comfort zone. And breathe out, letting it come back to its neutral resting position. One more time. Breathe in, roll the shoulder back, shoulder blade slides closer towards your spine. And breathe out, back to neutral. Take a little rest. To continue, we'll be adding the arm movements, the hand turning up and down. Breathe in, roll the shoulder forward, and turn so that the back of the hand comes down, palm of the hand goes up. And breathe out, come back towards that neutral resting position. Breathe in, rolling the shoulder forward, letting the arm turn wherever it would like to go. Let it just follow. And breathe out, come back to that neutral resting position. One more time. Breathe in, roll forward, shoulder blade lengthens, palm turns to whatever feels comfortable. Breathe out, roll back. Smooth, controlled, easy movement. Little pause, and now we'll go into the back movement. Breathe in, roll the shoulder back, maybe letting the palm turn, feeling the shoulder blade slide closer towards the spine. And then breathe out, coming back towards that neutral position. Micro pause. Breathe in, roll the shoulder back. Palm turns up to the ceiling. And breathe out. Come back towards that neutral position. One more time. Breathe in, shoulder blade slides back, palm turns up, arm kind of rolls open. And breathe out, back to our neutral position. Taking a little rest. Now let's move between the front and the back. Breathe in, roll the shoulder forward, let the hand follow. Breathe out, come back to neutral. Breathe in, roll the shoulder back, let the hand follow. Breathe out, come back to neutral. Breathe in, roll the shoulder forward, palm turns, shoulder blade lengthens away from the spine. And breathe out, Turning smoothly and slowly back towards that neutral position. One more time, breathing in, rolling the shoulder back, palm turns, feeling the shoulder blades slide next to the spine. And breathe out, come back to that neutral resting position. Now we're going to explore the diagonals. So again, if we've just done north, south, east, and west, we'll be exploring the northeast, northwest, southeast, southwest. Breathe in, roll the shoulder forward and up. Breathe out, roll back towards its resting neutral position. Breathe in again, roll the shoulder and up. Smooth, controlled, just explore that range, explore that area. And breathe out, back towards the neutral resting position. Let's go back now. Breathe in, shrug the shoulder up and back. Breathe out, come back to the resting position, smooth and controlled. And if you feel anything tensing up or spasming, cramping, less effort. Breathe in, shrug your shoulder up and back. And breathe out, come back towards that neutral position. Micro pause. Let's go explore the forward and down, back and down. Breathe in, roll the shoulder forward and down. Breathe out, come back towards the neutral position. Breathe in, roll the shoulder forward and reach down, letting the palm turn if that feels natural for you. And breathe out, come back to that resting position. Little pause, and going to the back movement now. Breathe in, roll the shoulder back and reach down. Let the hand follow with wherever it wants to go. And breathe out, coming back towards that neutral position. Breathe in, roll the shoulder back and down. Breathe out, come back to neutral. Now let's alternate between the diagonals. Breathe in, roll forward and up. Breathe out, roll back and down. Breathe in, forward and up. And breathe out, back and down. Smooth and controlled movement within your comfort zone. Come to the center and rest. Let's go in the other direction. Breathe in, roll forward and down. Breathe out, roll back and up. Breathe in, roll forward and down. Breathe out, roll back and up. Come back to rest. Our final part of the exercise is to do a circle, exploring all 8 sides, all of those 8 directions. So taking a breath in, shrugging your shoulder up, and then maybe rolling it up and back, straight back, down and back, all the way down, forward and down, straight forward, and then up and forward. Drawing a circle here, breathing in on half the circle, and breathing out on the other half of the circle. Trying to make that movement smooth and controlled. Trying to see the shoulder blade, how it's moving in your mind's eye. If you feel any pain or spasm, back off and take a rest. If you notice any clicks or pops, that's normal at first, but as tension decreases, that should improve and be eliminated. Finish your circle. And then go in the opposite direction, breathing in and on half the circle and breathing out on the other half of the circle. Moving in a way that feels natural for you, exploring all those different directions around the shoulder and trying to make it smooth and coordinated, controlled into a circle. Allowing the hand and arm to turn and follow in a way that feels natural. Or just letting it rest on your lap. Finish your circle. And then come back to rest. And let's finish with our exercise completely with that comparison. So again, turning onto your back. Lying in the same position that you did at the beginning of the exercise. Noticing the points of contact, the back of your head, the curve of your neck, where your shoulders are planted, maybe where your rib cage, your low back is planted. Your arms are weighted towards the floor. Noticing any more ease in your body or less tension. Maybe feeling a little bit more relaxed down to the floor. Letting your head turn, noticing the quality of that movement, how far you're going, and how easy is it to go there. Compare the before and after, and know that it's possible, if you have a positive result with less tension, know that it's possible to decrease tension with just some simple, slow, smooth, controlled movements. And doing it with some regular practice will help to reset the default mode. Thanks very much for practicing today.